Hello, hello. Crazy day in the NBA. Just wanted to give my 2 cents. So, Joel Embiid and Carl Anthony Towns scored a combined 130 points tonight. Embiid scoring 70, right? And this guy got it from mid-range shots, spot-up shots. He got it from layups. Uh, have, Having said that, he did make 21 of 23 free throws, so he had 21 free throw attempts. And then 1 for 2 from three, so he had 24 points coming from just 3 points in the free throw. So if you do that 70, 24, 70, that's 12 out of 35. That's less than 40%, I'd say. So he got most of his points from 2 pointers, about 48, right? It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing what Embiid was able to do tonight. And it's kind of poetic how Embiid did it on the Spurs, because the last time a center was able to score 70, I'm pretty sure, was David Robinson when he got 71 to beat out Shaq for the scoring title. Forget which season that is, and it's kind of poetic that it happened to the Spurs, because the last time this record was set by a center, it was the Spurs, right? It's really cool how it turns out. It turned out that way. It's pretty poetic, and then it's cool that it's on Wembanyama, because everyone's been hyping up Wembanyama, and the one of the biggest criticisms is Wembanyama is really skinny. How's he gonna be able to handle someone who's big and burly, basically Embiid, right? Jokic as well, and Embiid is probably 2 to 3 times the size and just physical prowess compared to Wembanyama. I mean, yeah, Wemby played well. I mean, 33 points, 7 rebounds. It's not in 29 minutes. It's not something to scoff at, and it's kind of funny how this comes out right after Jimmy High Roller releases his video on Wembanyama, saying, talk about, giving him those flowers, which he totally deserves. How Wembanyama's exceeding expectations and everything like that. It's pretty amazing, man. It's good to see from the NBA. Call it you can call it overrated, you could call it inflated, but in the end of the day, it's still an amazing feat, and it's something that we should celebrate. And then on the flip side, we have Carl Anthony Towns going for 62 and 8. Now, Embiid's team won, and apparently, according to NBA.com, he had, where is it? 59 points when he entered to three quarters, so he only needed 11 points. And kudos to Nick Nurse for giving Embiid the chance to get 70. Now, if you were a good coach, you probably would have told Embiid to just tell him to F off. But I think Nick Nurse giving Embiid the chance, it really sets a record for himself, for everyone around. Because he could have just ended the night with 59, but hey, you can inflate the stats, why not? Embiid had the chance to get 70, and he totally took it. You can probably force a few shots towards the end, but everyone who's hit 70 has done that. Devin Booker did that. David Robinson forced way too much shots to get that 71 mark. So, obviously 70 is kind of it's kind of like an overinflated number. There's no reason why you should score 70. Think Kobe's 81 was pretty amazing, and it was all. I feel like Kobe's 81 was necessary too for them to win the game, because I don't think it was a very far off game. And Karl Anthony Towns 62 and 8, so that's a combined one, 132 between both players. Holy, like, Jesus, this is and it's kind of disappointing that the Wolves lost. What is this? Wolves, Towns 62 points. I don't even know how efficient Towns was. He's usually very efficient, so I'm not too worried about that. He sank 10 3-pointers according to NBA.com. So that would make 30 points. So that's half his points basically from three, which is a contrast to how Embiid got his points, because Embiid only shot two threes. He got one in, and that 3-pointer represented like less than 5% of his total shot, right? So it's pretty amazing. 44 in the first half, which is that's pretty epic. 44 in the first half. You could argue the second half is when you really want to get off, like go off, get off. You don't want to get off in the first half. You always want to get off in the second half. I'm just saying, but he just managed 2 of 10 shooting in the fourth quarter. That's kind of disappointing, man. 21 out of 35 is pretty good efficiency as well, but he was 2 of 10 in the fourth quarter when it mattered. I think people are going to dunk on Cat for that. He's scoring 62, but he couldn't score when it mattered. But when you score 44, it's tiring, man. Like, your body can get tired. It's possible. This 21st time? Jesus, there's 21 times people have scored 60 when someone and they lost. What the hell is this? This has to be more recent NBA, right? Well, I can imagine it's from the 80s too. Uh, it's relatively efficient, to be perfectly honest. 10 to 15 from 3-point range is pretty good. That's 2/3, right? 66.67%. It was a very efficient night. 8 rebounds, not as dominant as Embiid's, and it's kind of disappointing he came in a loss. Did Ad play? This guy must have been tired. 9 points. How is he getting outscored by Nikhil Alexander Walker? He must have been tired. They have had a long schedule. I will concede to that. He did have 11 assists and 5 rebounds. Well, I guess he deferred to Towns because Towns had 62, which is pretty good. But when the game is on the line and you find I guess if your running mate has 60, kind of just like, I'll just dump it to you. Hopefully you make it, but it didn't work out in their strategy. That's kind of disappointing, actually. You know what? You give both of them their flowers. They deserve it, and I think we should celebrate. This is something worth celebrating. It's not every day you'll have a night where two players will score 132, and combined, just between two players. This was the 2000s. That's literally combined score of like one NBA game. I swear to God. So, I'm exaggerating. Okay, of course, but I swear I'm not. I swear there were some playoff games which was like 77-59. I swear. Which I don't want to do the math in my head right now, but I'm pretty sure I'll come close to the total that these two played. So I'm just saying, very different time, very different area. Call it inflated, but in the end of the day, hey, let's give them the flowers. This was amazing. All right, thank you very much. Later days.